Alright, can you believe that Hercules, the superhumanly strong demigod, spent a good portion of his life as a regular guy doing regular things, like slinging barrels in a tavern?
Yeah,
That's right, before the whole saving the world thing, this Greek god was just another guy in a dead-end job trying to make sense of his existence. Talk about starting at the bottom, am I right? So, let's talk about how this half-man, half-god came to be the epic hero we all know and love. Born to Zeus and a mortal woman, Hercules wasn't exactly given a clear roadmap on how to handle his immense powers. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that you have the strength to move mountains, but no idea how to use it properly?
yeah,
That's basically what happened to Hercules. 1 minute, he's doing his thing, living a normal life, then boom, his evil uncle, yep, Hades, the lord of the underworld, wants to take over Olympus, and Hercules is like, wait, what now? Talk about being thrust into a world of chaos. Can you believe that Hercules didn't even know he was a god for most of his childhood? He spent his days doing odd jobs, like delivering groceries, he had the muscles for it, and getting into shenanigans, until one day, this weird glowing guy named Philoctetes, aka Phil, his future trainer, shows up and tells him, dude, you're basically a Greek superhero. You've got to stop sitting around and save the day already. And just like that, he's off on a mission to rescue a princess, stop the evil god Hades, and prove he's worthy to live with the big guys on Mount Olympus. But here's the kicker, Hercules is human. That's right, even though he's technically a demigod with unreal strength, he's still trying to figure out how to be a good person. And this is where it gets hilarious. At first, he's just like,
yeah,
I'm totally a hero, but ends up creating more problems than he solves. Like when he tries to impress Meg, the tough and sassy love interest, by rescuing her, and then accidentally wrecks the town in the process. He's got all this power, but zero control over how to actually use it. Real relatable, right? Now, let's get into the main event, Hercules' battle with Hades, the guy who has a whole army of gloomy demons at his command, because, being the lord of the underworld means you have tons of time for evil schemes. Hades is basically the ultimate villain, and not in the cool, mysterious way.
nah,
He's like the typical evil genius who spends all day plotting and getting dramatic about his plans to take over Olympus. Meanwhile, Hercules? He's just trying to save the day while falling in love with Meg and trying to find his way back to his place in the godly hierarchy. It's like a romantic comedy, with way more monsters and fiery pits. And can we talk about Hercules' sidekick Phil? This little guy is the ultimate trainer who believes that every hero needs a good pep talk, and by pep talk, I mean a lot of grumbling and angry rants. He's like that coach who screams at you to give it your all, but then somehow always ends up being right. He mentors Hercules into becoming a real hero, though it takes a few too many humiliating training sessions for Hercules to finally get it. Oh, and don't even get me started on Hercules' relationship with Meg. She's this sassy, no-nonsense woman who's like,
yeah,
I've been burned before. I'm not falling for any of your godly charms. But somehow, Hercules, in all his muscular glory, ends up melting her icy exterior. And spoiler alert, she ends up being way more than a love interest. She's actually a key part of his journey, giving us that sweet, I'd rather be with you than be immortal moment that's enough to make even the toughest of us feel all warm inside. Who needs a throne in Olympus when you can have a real love like that? Of course, Hercules has to defeat the monster, aka Hades' evil plans, and prove his worth by sacrificing everything, but the twist is that he doesn't have to sacrifice his humanity. He's already a hero because he chooses to be one every single day, despite not having to. That's right, the real test isn't about strength, it's about heart. Oh, and also about defeating a bunch of massive monsters and saving the day. But mainly heart. So, Hercules ends up winning the ultimate showdown, but what we learn is that being a true hero is about being the best version of yourself. Plus, you get to ride into Mount Olympus and live happily ever after, but with all the laughs, awkward moments, and heroic deeds leading up to it. Not a bad deal. Now, if you haven't seen this movie yet, you better hit play, because you will not regret it. And who knows, maybe you'll learn a little about yourself too, or at the very least, you'll enjoy watching Hercules get into way too many hilarious messes while becoming a legend. Spoiler alert, he does it all, but not before he gets knocked down a few times. Classic hero stuff, right?